Welcome to Politics NY with Sky. Schneps Media is asking each candidate running for New York City office this year 3 questions in 3 minutes to get to know them in a candid, fun way. And right now I'm with Councilwoman Vanessa Gibson. She's running to be the next Bronx Borough President. So hello, Councilwoman Gibson.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you
Hey.
today. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So tell us a little bit about your background for people who don't know you and why you're seeking to be the next Bronx Borough President.
Laura, I am a daughter of a single mother that raised my brother and I and instilled in us the values of hard work and truly making sure that we did everything we could to live a better life. My mom gave so much of herself to make a difference in the life of my brother and I, and I'm so thankful for her love and support. She's my shero, and she still stands with me today. I was educated in New York City public schools. I graduated from Murray Bertram High School, and I went on to college to SUNY University at Albany, and that's how I got my start in politics. I learned about an internship in my senior year, and I didn't know that internship would lead to a lifelong career in public service. I was assigned to work for a Bronx assemblywoman named Aurelia Green, and she became my first boss. She gave me a job. She took me by the hand. She never let me go. And she became a mentor and a political mother to me. And I ultimately would work for her until she left in 2009 and became the deputy Bronx Borough President with Ruben Diaz Jr, the newly elected borough president in 2009. And I ran for her assembly seat successfully. I won. I served for 4 years in the assembly. And then in 2013, I ran for the New York City Council. It was a vacancy created by term limits, and I was able to win that seat. And now 8 years later, I'm in my final year in the City Council, serving as a candidate running for Bronx Borough President.
What a great story. I love stories like that because me too, I was inspired by a politician and that's how I got into politics. So I love those stories. And it's when people hear your story that I think encourages them to want to learn more about you and get even more involved.
Absolutely.
So what is it about you, Vanessa, and your campaign that would make you the best Bronx Borough President?
So I think for many Bronxites that know me and know my work and know my track record of accomplishment, all of the things I've been able to do both in the assembly and the city council, I've been able to invest millions of dollars in new affordable housing, supporting jobs and economic development, and investments in our public schools, supporting our parks and playgrounds and libraries and cultural institutions. I've opened a brand new Highbridge Middle School. I have a brand new school being constructed on Edward L. Grant. I did a neighborhood rezoning back in 2017, as well as my legislative track record. I was proud to prime sponsor the Universal Right to Counsel legislation, which was the first in the country to provide free legal representation to tenants facing eviction in housing court. And New York City led the way, and I'm proud of that work because we saved literally thousands of families from facing eviction every day. But I think what I want Bronxites to know is that I am a candidate who you can count on, someone who's not new to this work, but true to this work. I've been in the game, I've done the work, I've been in the trenches, serving food and groceries and giving out PPE during the global pandemic that hit this country over a year ago when the Bronx was devastated by COVID-19. I am someone who shows up all the time and not just election time. And I'm the only candidate in the race with both state experience as a state legislator and city experience with my work in the council. And I'm proud to serve in leadership as a deputy leader. I'm co-chair of the City Council Women's Caucus. So I do a lot of work around maternal health care and reproductive health and supporting our women and young girls. And I really think the Bronx is ready for the next generation of leadership. And I am that new leader, someone who'll be a champion for the people, for children, families, seniors, veterans, so many of our elders that have paved the way, that have really laid the groundwork for all of us to be in elected office. I stand on their shoulders, and I'm proud to carry on that next wave of leadership.
Beautiful. Now tell us something fun or interesting about yourself that maybe people don't know.
I know I feel like I'm kind of boring sometimes. I love to travel. I love to shop. I absolutely love to dance. And so you can always find me at a party or a barbecue, family day. I'm always dancing. I just think it's a part of just staying, positive and just moving your body and just being really happy. I think the last year has reminded us that life is so precious and no one's promised tomorrow. And I've lost a lot of constituents and friends to COVID and other health-related illnesses. And so I just treasure life. I just love to smile. I am an avid collector of refrigerated refrigerator magnets. I have about 100 of them in my apartment. Everywhere I go, from Puerto Rico to Trinidad to St. Lucia to Dominican Republic, I am always collecting refrigerator magnets. And I love the snow globes too. I collect those as well. Just, something little about me that most people don't know unless you're in my house, but I really love refrigerator magnets. And I just really enjoy life. I just really like to spend time with my family, my friends. I'm a woman of faith, so I do go to church every week because I do believe my faith is my foundation, and it's what keeps me grounded in my work. And I'm someone who loves to multitask. I'm a perfectionist, love to try to make everything perfect, but I realize that we're all imperfect people trying to make the world a better place for our children.
And now you know Vanessa Gibson. I feel like we covered everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thanks so much for being part of this series on Schneps Media's Politics NY, and I'm Sky.